Hi viewers, in this session we are going to discussing about the motivation, one of the most important thing in the organizational. How best we are going to motivating the employees towards the organizational goal. For the motivation, the definition which is given by the George or Terry, motivation is the desire within an individual that stimulates him or her to action. Similarly, according to the breach, the motivation can be defined as the general inspirational process which gets the members of the team to pull their weight effectively, to give their loyalty to the group, to carry out properly the task that accepted, and generally to play an effective part in the job that the group has undertaken. The characteristics of the motivation is internal to person. So the motivation will be differ from person to person. We couldn't say that all the people they are having the same kind of the motivation. It will be based upon how best the people they are taking the motivation into their life, how best they are reacting to the motivators. So the motivation is an ongoing process. You couldn't say that it is the single day activity, it's the single time activity. It will be the ongoing process. So whenever the situation is occur, we need to realize ourselves, we need to motivate ourselves to compete the current situations. The motivation varies from person to person and time to time. So as we said earlier, so each and every individual they are having their own abilities, they are having their own skills and knowledge. So how the people they are reacting to the situation will be differs. How the people they are behaving according to the situation will be differs. So it will be changes from the time to time, it will be changes from person to person. The people they can take the motivation either in a positive manner or it may be in the form of the negative manner based upon their internal abilities. The significance of motivation, here we are going to discussing what is the importance of the motivation. So the first and foremost thing, we can effectively utilize the resources in an organization, we can use the resources in an effective manner. Similarly, to draw the higher efficiency in the organization, the motivation will be necessary. Similarly, for accomplishing the organizational goals, we need to keep on motivating the employees to achieve the organizational goals. Similarly, to reduce the labor turnover as well as the absenteeism, we need to motivate the employees. Similarly, to maintain a healthy industrial relations. Similarly, for improving the corporate image, we need to motivate the people in the organization. So here is the process. What kind of the activities which is involving in the motivation? The people's behavior is determined by what motivates them. The performance is a product of both ability and the level of the motivation. For calculation of the performance, F of ability into motivation. F represents the function. So here the motivate process. So first of all, we need to analyze what are the basic needs, the social needs as well as the safety needs of the individual. These needs can be driving the force to create the interest among the people. So for based upon the interest, the action can be enacted. So once the action can be satisfied, the people they are under the satisfaction mode. The highest satisfied the employee in the organization, he is the highest performer in the organization. So first of all, the people they need to satisfy themselves, then only the performance of these people can be enriched. So here we are going to discussing about the different kinds of the theories in the motivation. These are the various theories. The theory of X and Y, the Abraham Maslow's need hierarchy theory, the Hertzberg two-factor theory, the Adolfer ERG theory, the Vroom expectancy theory, and then Porter and Laurel models. So let me go through with the one by one, the theory X and Y. So the theory X and Y, which is proposed by the Douglas McGeorge in the theory X and Y, for the first published in the year of 1957 in his book Human Side of Enterprise. These two theories clearly distinguish the traditional autocratic assumptions about the nature of people, which are described by the theory X, from the behavior based assumptions in the theory Y. So here the people they are having two kinds of the dimensions, highest satisfied, highest dissatisfied people. So based upon the attitude, the X describes the people they have disliked the work. They always felt that they are boring. They are always trying to avoid the work. Whereas in the theory Y describes, the people they are always ready to do the work. They are motivating themselves. They are ready to do the work under the right conditions. They are enjoying the work. In the form of the direction, the theory X describes the people must be forced or bribed to make the right effort. Whereas under the theory Y, the people will direct themselves towards a target, then they are ready to accept the work. Based upon the responsibility, the theory X defines the people would rather be directed, they are not ready to accept the responsibility. Whereas in the theory Y, the people they are always seeks to accept the responsibility under the right conditions. Under the motivation parameter, the theory X describes the people are motivated mainly by the money and the fears about their job security. They are always fear regarding to the job security. Whereas in the theory Y, under the right conditions, people are motivated themselves. They don't know, they are not having any bothering about their job. They are always willing to work under the right conditions. Under the parameter of the creativity, the most of the people under the X theory, they are having the little creativity. They expect, except when it comes to getting the round rules. Whereas in the theory Y, the creativity and ingenuity are widely distributed and grossly underused. As we can go through with the second theory, Abraham Maslow's need hierarchy theory, one of the most important theory under the motivational theories. The Maslowians represents a paradox based upon the hierarchy of the employees. Here, this hierarchy will be further divided into five categories. One is biological needs, safety needs, social needs, self-esteem, and then self-actualization. In the biological needs, the people they are giving the first and foremost importance for their basic needs. Those are the physiological needs like the food, sleep, water, shelter. These are the fundamental needs. Once the biological needs have been fulfilled, then they are giving importance for the safety needs. The safety for their job, the safety for their health, the safety for their security, the safety for their income. Once the safety needs has been fulfilled, then the people they look after for the social needs. In that social needs, the people they are expecting the relationship among their family, among the group of the people in the society. Once the social needs has been fulfilled, then the people they look after for the esteem, the self-esteem. Here the people they look after for the status. They need the recognition, they need the strength, as well as they need the respect. Once the self-esteem has been fulfilled, then the people they look after for the highest need, that then the self-actualization. Here the people they look after for the position, that means they look after for the power. They need the recognition among the peer group members, among their co-workers. These are the different kinds of the needs where the people they are look after to fulfill one by one, right from basic needs, psychological needs, and then the self-fulfillment needs. Then there is a one more theory under the motivation as an Herzberg two-factor theory. So here the Herzberg they are extending the Maslow's hierarchy theory for a developing of the specific content theory of work motivation. In this method, the respondent was asked to narrate one incident from his work life about which he was perfectly unhappy and another incident from work life about which he was perfectly happy. We are taking two parameters under the Hertzberg two-factor principle. One is job satisfaction, another one is the job dissatisfaction. The job satisfaction which is influenced by the motivator factors, the job dissatisfaction influenced by the hygienic factor. Let me go through with the influenced factors by motivator. The first one, the achievement. How best the people they are achieving the organizational goals. The second one, the recognition based upon their performance. The responsibility, how best they are accepting the responsibility. The work-life environment in the organization, the advancements and then the career growth in the organization, similarly the personal growth. These are the influenced motivator factors. Some of the factors which is influenced by the hygiene factor. The first and foremost thing will be the working conditions, the working environment which is provided by the organization to their employees. The co-worker relations, how best they are maintaining the co-worker relations among the peer groups as well as the subordinates. Similarly, the policies and rules which is framed by the organization towards the employees. The supervisor quality, how efficient the supervisor they are guiding their employees in the organization. The base wage and salary system, these are the areas where the majority of the employees they are facing the dissatisfaction criteria. So this is what the two factor theory which is proposed by the Hertzberg. Then we are entering into the Adolfo ERG theory. So here we are having the three kinds of the group needs. The first one, existence needs. The existence needs are based upon the surviving factor. Here the people they are giving importance for the basic needs. The second one, the related needs. Here the people they are giving importance for the interpersonal and social relationships. This is what we are going to call the social needs. Then the last one will be the growth needs, and the people they are giving the individual intrinsic desire for the personal development. This is what we are going to representing in the form of self-actualization as well as the self-esteem. Then one more theory which is proposed by the Victor Vroom in the year of 1964 based upon the expectancy theory. As an alternative to the content theories, it provides a comprehensive and useful approach to understanding the motivation. Vroom explained that the motivation force is a product of variance and expectancy. So each and every individual they are having their own expectations. Whether the expectations of these people can be achievable in the organization or not. So for example, if a person is motivated towards a superior performance, this is the first level of outcome and is seen as being an instrument in obtaining the promotion, that is what we are going to call second level of outcome. So the first level, whether they are going to putting the superior performance. The second level of outcome, if they are getting the promotion based upon their performance. The last theory will be the Porter and Laurel model. The controversy over the relationship between the satisfaction and performance has been existence since the human relations are movement. The Porter and Laurel promoted the thesis that performance causes the satisfaction because of whenever the people they are having the highest performance, then only the people they can satisfy their job. So the performance driven the satisfaction of the individuals. They try to explore the complex relationship between the motivation, satisfaction and performance and point out the effort does not directly lead to performance. The Porter and Laurel starts with the premise that motivation does not equal satisfaction and performance. It directly does not lead to motivation. It is mediated by abilities, traits, and role the perceptions. So whenever the people they are having the performance which causes the satisfaction. So the people they need to motivate themselves towards the performance. And these are the different kinds of the theories which is involving in the motivation. Hope you understand what is meant by theory, sorry, what is meant by motivation as well as the theories of motivation. Thank you.